Hey guys, today I have a matching Amana washer and electric dryer set. And right now I've got this one filling up. Got a pretty heavy load of jeans, towels, jackets, that kind of thing. We've got the center agitator in the middle there. Got it set to heavy on the soil level. Deep water wash is my favorite setting, so I go for that one. And then temperature we've done just kind of right in the middle there. We could use cold, could use hot. You can hear it engaging those different valves. Of course, all of this stuff gets checked, and on the last load that I run, which this one's number 4, I do a video so you can see, as if you were standing here yourself, trying it out, that everything's working perfect. So let's let that fill all the way up. Then we'll come back, I'll show you that it agitates. As it moves out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle, you get to see and hear that the drain's working perfectly, get to see it spin. Then it'll drain again, and then on the final spin, it'll have a nice, fast, smooth final spin cycle. So I'm going to show you all that. Then when the clothes are all done, we'll move over to the dryer, and I'll show you that the dryer's working perfectly. Alright, so we started agitating, but it's still going to stop and add a little bit more water as we get up to just about full submersion there on the deep water wash. And so how that agitation plate works is it kind of helps to keep the load balanced by having the post come up the center. You see there's no fins on the side, so it's more of just keeping the clothes aligned, helps it run a little smoother when it gets up to the really fast spin speed. But the fins on the bottom do help vortex the clothes in, down, along the bottom, amongst themselves, and back up the side, and it ends up making this vortex as it goes along and gets started here. So like I said, it's not quite done adding water, but it's getting started. And we're going to allow it to move through and kind of finish up this wash cycle. Coming up on the end of the wash cycle here. Still agitating away. And it stopped adding water, so that is the deep water wash. Some people ask about how much water the machine uses. And these machines are designed a little bit differently. If you want to screen shoot that or just pause it, you can read about that right there. About how the various different machines work and how to load it. But next we move into the rinse cycle. Okay, we're moving out of the wash cycle into the rinse cycle, and it's draining that water out nice and fast. You can hear it running there. Now once it's done draining, or as it gets low to the bottom, it's going to start to spin to extract the soapy used up water out. Then it'll fill up with fresh water and agitate for a bit on the rinse cycle. And when it's done with that, it'll drain that water out, and then we'll be on to the final spin cycle, which is what I'll come back for next. Alright, final spin cycle. You see it running nice and fast, and if I didn't mention it already, the only reason this lid is up and not locked in place is because I have an additional striker here. It's called a lid lock striker. I just bought an extra one on Amazon. That way I could put it in here and it thinks the lid's closed so we can see what's going on, but obviously it's not. And sometimes in the videos those look like they're flashing, but they're not. They're actually solid. I don't know why that happens with my videos, but sometimes those LEDs just show up a little differently. Anyway, spinning nice and fast, you can see. Nice smooth operation. Sounds great. Oh, and I've actually got the dryer running too. Let me turn that off. There you go. You can see in here, like I said, sounds great. It's doing a really good job getting those clothes spun out nice and fast. Part of the HE designation is the faster it spins out the clothes, the lighter the clothes are, the faster your drying time. This one does a really good job spinning out nice and fast. Those clothes will come out nice and light, go into the dryer, and take no time at all to get dry. So I'm gonna let that finish up, and we will move over to the dryer. All right, so we've got the washer now finished up, cleaned out. Remove my little striker there, so that's good to go. And you can see that's got a nice capacity size on it too, a super capacity plus, I believe. Full basket easily fits down in there. And then over here I've got this running. We've got it on high heat, time dry. You've also got a high heat automatic dry, low heat automatic dry, and then super delicate items can go right here on the air dry, which is a no heat setting. Lint traps right here, you want to make sure that gets changed out before every load. Start button, you just push to start. So if we're off, push to start. And as you can see in here, sounds great, and it would actually be even quieter once you have your vent hose hooked up to the back and that ventilation that runs through the house and stuff muffles the sound to where it's basically silent. You hear it tumbling around a little bit. But I am going to show you real quick that it is heating like it's supposed to. So right in between the two red dots there, we take a surface temperature measurement. So it's about 73 degrees on top of this dryer. If I shine it on the concrete floor, it's about 60 degrees, 61 degrees down there, a little colder on the ground. So let's open this up. You can see everything's tumbling. Now the heat's gonna come out of this tube right here. So nice and hot coming out of this tube. That is going to in turn heat the inside of your dryer up anywhere from about 95 up to 195. Just depends on how long it's been running. But you can see nice and hot coming out of that right there. Then the air circulates with your clothes, goes out, which is where the lint trap catches the lint. Then it goes down out the back of your dryer. So that's kind of how that works. Close that back up. Hit go. So I'll let those finish up. We'll go ahead and get these listed up for sale. I do appreciate you taking the time to watch my video. And if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. Thanks, you guys have a great day.